Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got a new, well, not a new, but we got casual today, man. We got every bear and its chances of retiring you from life. Read it, so I can see if you do better than me.
Every bear and its chances of retiring you from life.
Sound like you said the same thing I said.
What did you say?
With the retiring part.
What about it? That's the word. That's how you pronounce it.
Say it.
Say it.
I'm
not doing it.
Because I've said it.
And I said it too. So let's go.
You said it once, I said it twice.
Okay. I don't care how many. You can say it 3 times if you want. I ain't saying it no more.
It's attitude. Y'all see it too, don't you? Just want to be feisty at it. But to be said, before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
like it with a thumbs up.
Also, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tune in, turn on your notice so you won't miss a visual. You did. But now, only because it sounded like I said not retiring, but something. I said something. That's what I said. Mama said, I thought you said you weren't going to say it again.
I wasn't going to say the entire thing.
I was only talking about the word retiring.
Why are you making it like, what?
I said the way it sounded like.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go, y'all. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
Yes.
It's scientifically proven that one of the best ways to see how a guy's mind works, to really see what type of person you're dealing with, ask one question. What's the biggest animal you can beat in a fight? You ask that and you'll learn a whole lot in a short time. And in 2021, British firm YouGov did a survey.
What you laughing at? What you laughing at?
What's the biggest animal you can beat in a fight?
What's the biggest animal you can beat in a fight?
It said ask a guy, not a...
No, what's the biggest animal you think you can beat? We got a list right here. What do you think you going up to?
I could probably
Girl, you barely can handle a rat. You gonna run.
I can do not that I don't like rats. But if I had to fight one, I'll fight one. That wouldn't be a fair fight. A house cat. A house cat might move by. I don't want to fight no animal.
I know I can handle a medium-sized dog. I know that for a fact.
Why would you want to fight a dog?
No, it's just got it right here. I'm saying I know. If a medium-sized dog was attacking me, I know I'm putting it on his yes. Night. Yes. Now a large dog, that's a different chimpanzee. That's a hell no. I can't do a chimpanzee.
Well, I just hope I don't have to fight an animal.
All the fellas in the comments, let us know where y'all at on this. You know what I'm saying? We got rat, house cat, goose. I can take out a goose. Annoying though.
I want to know who this 6% is. It says that they can fight
I ain't going to mystical one on. If you see me fighting in the bear, help the bear.
Child.
There's a lot to unpack here, but mostly the 6% of Americans that think they could handle a grizzly without getting their existence abolished.
3, 2, 1,
And that's how long it would take. Bears are inevitable enough to be one of the few animals I have a one-shot rule against. As in, if they're coming at me full force and I have one shot in the chamber, I'm using it to self-medicate my exit off the mortal coil. I might not survive a hippo attack, but I'm for sure not surviving my reaction to one. I'll same-day ship myself to the Lord's door before I let a chimp handle me, and I'll self-subtract with the quickness before a bear makes me part of its business. Bears are the most conceptually inconsiderate creatures in nature. Basically a giant unhinged dog with every possible attribute maxed. Think about it. Nature dropped an apex, all-terrain CrossFit predator that can out-everything you and just let the rest of the population deal with it. But what's the most dangerous bear actually? Well, today we're going to be talking about every breed of bear and its chances of putting you on a shirt. Each bear will get a Merc rating, Merc standing for might eviscerate, ravage, or just cancel you. Yeah, that's definitely the K word that was supposed to be there. And as always, each rating will be in my very biased opinion. But yeah, call me Joe Rogan or a grinder gladiator. Either way, we are going down the bear hole. Starting with the sun bear, named after the thing he spent way too long looking at. Those eyes stared at the void and the void blinked first. And yes, they're built like they barely qualify to be here. He looks like a bear with crippling social anxiety that got told to act natural.
Why are you looking like that for?
Because he looked weird.
He looked like somebody in a suit.
Yeah, he looks fake.
Are they like blonde? No, I can't be blonde.
They might just be hiding.
But their eyes look like they're blind. You know what I'm saying?
Natural. They were recently involved in a controversy in China. The controversy was nobody believed that wasn't a man in costume. To be fair, they're easily the least coated Ursus out there. They're the smallest in the world at no heavier than $140. And be honest, how long would it take for you to guess that foot was attached to a grizzly's cousin? Those bare feet help them climb trees, and some bears are the most tree climby of them all. But how dangerous is this identity crisis? Well, they're shy, reclusive, and mostly eat fruits and plants. They're also trigger happy, nearly blind, and they share real estate with tigers. Sun bears are known to attack people when caught off guard, and their poor eyesight means they can easily get jump scared by humans. They also have one of the strongest bite forces relative to body size of any bear, but probably only because they use teeth to rip through tree bark. There was even one case where a sun bear tiger showdown ended up with both of them becoming past tense, so what could they do to a human? Well, from 2000 to 2010, there were 33 sun bear attacks on humans, with the most common injuries being facial. But all the attacks were accidental encounters where the sun bears would probably argue self-defense. And to my knowledge, there are no recorded cases of a sun bear killing a person. So, with no body count and being the smallest, but also being neurotic enough to be a threat, I'll give the sun bear a merc rating of 5. Next, you have the Andean, also known as the spectacled bear. For obvious reasons. On paper, he's the biggest land predator in that part of South America. Only technically, because only 5% of Four Eyes' diet is meat. Like the sun bear, they're only really a jihad to fruits and plants. Also like the sun bear, the walking spectacle is very tree climbing, and they'll even build their version of a tree house to sleep in. To be fair, you don't really have a choice when your hall monitor's a jaguar. But don't think Buddy's sweet because he got glasses. They've been known to take out llamas, cows, and even tapirs twice their size. But how dangerous are they to people? Well, in 2004, an Andean bear escaped from a Berlin zoo and made a beeline for the children's area. What followed was one of the most gruesome displays ever caught on camera. Viewer discretion is advised. Apparently, the spectacled bear only has one human body on his record, and technically it was a hunter who shot the bear out of a tree only for the bear to land on him. I'm sorry, but if you fail physics that hard, you deserve to get packed up by Paddington.
Hell no, you shoot the mother, I guess you killed it. Well, cause you probably just wounded it.
Yeah.
But it said, alright, mom.
No, you're fine. Sorry, my brain. It would have it just bothered me.
But
yeah, sorry. Mm-hmm.
But for it to fall on you, and now you night.
You night.
Damn, that's sad, bro.
And an accident. I'm pretty sure that was an accident.
You shouldn't fire the weapon if you can't use it correct.
Or get out the way. I won't be standing right underneath the tree. I don't know, child.
Well,
but that's sad.
They can't relive it.
Okay.
Paddington. And yes, Paddington was indeed a spectacle. Spectacles are also the closest living relative of, the short-faced bear. Oh, the duality. But considering the only casualty was more to slapstick than a homicidal bear, I give the spectacled beast a merc rating of 2. And now we're at the panda portion, which might confuse some since there's a genuine corner of the internet that'll tell you that pandas aren't actually bears. They'll sooner believe China has an obese biracial gerbil waddling around. To be fair, being a bear but identifying as a bamboo processing plant is a questionable life choice. But 1, bamboo is so protein packed that Ursus Oreo actually ends up getting just as much as wolves and feral cats. And 2, binging bamboo all day means pandas actually have one of the strongest bite forces of any land mammal. Wild pandas usually avoid people, and there's currently no record of a plus-size eyeshadow cotton ball killing a human. But pandas will 100%.
Those are people. They just dress as.
No. I'm talking about this.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the people.
No. I picked
it up. See him.
Oh, you blind.
There's currently no record of a plus-size eyeshadow cotton ball killing a human. But pandas will 100% lash out if they think you deserve it. Often with life-altering consequences. Nobody demonstrated panda potential more than straight at the Beijing Zoo, a young panda named Gugu. In 2006, a drunk dude climbed into the enclosure to give Gugu a hug, and Gugu gave him an attitude adjustment with his teeth. After several minutes of biting each other, yes, Drunky bit the bear. They were eventually separated with a fire hose. In 2007, a teenager tried Gugu and got chunks ripped out of his legs to the point where bones were showing. And in 2009, a father climbed over a barrier to
I remember this.
His reward was his leg caught in Gugu's vice grip jaws that keepers literally had to pry open. I really think if pandas didn't wear the makeup, y'all would not be trying them like this. The worst part about getting mauled by something so goofy is it probably takes a long time for bystanders to realize you're in trouble. They're the epitome of, I'm not a killer, but don't push me. And for that, they get a Merc rating of 4, because really, you get flatlined by a panda, you probably deserved it. Now we got the black bear, aka the fight back part of the rhyme. Which is kinda true, black bears are more likely to run away than run a fade. And after seeing them climb trees, thank the natural order for that. Although they probably only learned that from dealing with another bear down the list. Black bears are high-key champion generalists. They're smart enough and adaptable enough to live almost anywhere in America. Also, they're not always black, but that's besides the point. Moonlighting as a giant raccoon means they run into people more than the average bear, and if you look at the numbers, they might not be as harmless as the nursery rhyme suggests. Since 1784, there have been 66 times where a black bear and a human resulted in one less human. Pretty low, but there's more. There's just under 12 black bear conflicts a year. 52% are typically defensive, 33% were food motivated, and 15% were predatory. That number's interesting because that's actually higher than what you would see in brown bears. Folks now believe there's a slow but very real rise in predatory male black bears murking people. In fact, the first ever fatal black bear attack in California just happened last month. Male blacks, but black bears that is, they have a wider range, which means a desperate down bad male is more likely to try his luck on a hiker. The last stat I have is 88% of black bear assisted census subtractions were predatory, and 92% of those predatory pastimes were done by males. But when I say slow rise, we are still talking about one person getting clapped a year. Also, apparently none of those casualties carried pepper spray, so if you do that, hike in groups and put food and garbage away, you probably won't get cooked by Smokey. In fact, a majority of black bear encounters end like a Mormon liaison where neither side gets touched. So, they're flight over fight and statistically harmless. But they live in close proximity with people and are technically more likely to see you as free pizza than grizzlies. True. So I'll give them a 6.5.
Would you go with a black bear?
No.
I'm saying like if one approach you, what you doing?
Running.
He gonna run right after your ass.
I'm running.
All you gotta do is little stumble. So when that black bear, so peep this, when that black bear was on the loose around here at that time, if you had came across, remember?
Yeah.
What would you have done?
It was a small one, but yeah.
Shit, even though it was a small one, that motherfucker was still a nice size.
If I would have seen
and he was moving fast. Every day he was in a different.
He was on a,
Somebody said they spotted him in the morning time. By the evening, he always on the. I'm like, they was like, I said, no, it gotta be more than one. I said it can't be the same one.
Not the same one.
I said, bro, that motherfucker was going from city to city in a day. I said, this motherfucker fast. Going faster than.
But it is young, so keep in mind if I was running a little bit.
Bro, that joint was moving too much, bro. Too many folks spotted. He'll be in one town. By the end of the night, you like, damn, he done went through. I was like, bro, ain't no way, bro.
But I probably wouldn't run. But I'd be really scared. I just don't know.
You'll piss yourself.
Yeah, I probably just be like in shock and I just be stuck. Baby.
I'm gonna pick up something and throw it at him though. I ain't gonna hold you. Or pick up some, carry that pole downstairs. Shit. It is what it is, bro. If I go out,
to fight him.
If I go out,
he's like he went out fighting.
I'm gonna go out fighting, bro. I'm not going out no suckers. I'm gonna have to swing.
That's what I'm gonna say. He said he wasn't going out as no sucker.
He said when you see him in the forest with a bear, help the bear. So somebody must help the bear.
6, final answer. Not unlike their Asian cousins, and disclaimer, we're getting into the legitimately dangerous territory. The Asiatic black bear, also called the moon bear, is the first honest threat to human way of life. They're way more on sight than American black bears, and for that matter, even Eurasian brown bears. To be fair, neither of them have to deal with a certain big cat. Like most bears, they're most dangerous when people run into them and the bear feels cornered, and for that reason, attacks are on the rise. From April 2023 to just November, 212 people caught the wrong end of Asiatic aggression from a black bear. 6 died, and food scarcity means those numbers are probably going up. In fact, that's why they're a problem in Japan. You see, in Japan, there's a shift with young people leaving the countryside to go make bread in the big city, and food-feeding bears moving into the now less crowded human neighborhoods. Now, it's never been easier to find problems with an Asian bear, and from 2000 to 2020, 2,357 black bear attacks have been recorded. 42.4% suffered severe injury, 1.2% ended up with permanent disability, and 4.8% lost the ability to exist. They're dead, and over 20% of those attacks happened in August, i.e. right around the time they're getting ready to hibernate. There was even a case earlier this year where a man had to negotiate his arm with a Swiss knife after the Asian variety refused to let him go. Since this is the first bear that is a somewhat regular threat to people, I'm gonna give the Asiatic black bear a 7.5. Although with the whole bear biofarming thing, we probably had it coming. And now we get to my honest inspiration for this video, the brown bear. But honestly, first I'm gonna clear something up. The grizzly bear is a subspecies of the brown bear, kind of like how the Arctic wolf is an offshoot of the gray guy. The grizzly is basically a landlocked brown bear. They're further inland, and their grocery list is a lot shorter, which is why, even though they're the most famous, grizzlies aren't even the biggest bears brown and around. They're smaller than the The Kamchatka bear dwarfs grizzlies, mostly because of the fresh supply of salmon they get from shacking up on the Kamchatka Peninsula, which actually has the highest density of brown bears on the planet. There's like 20,000 of them there. And of course, what y'all know about the Kodiak bear? Named after the Kodiak Islands nature was forced to vault in on. They can outweigh a grizzly by almost 500 pounds, and that's purely off the pescatarian. That is a
That baby thick.
I would never want to deal with that thing, bro.
That's big, baby. That's a big bear.
Oh
That
my
bear is
God,
huge. I don't want to deal with any of them.
None of
The
them.
little ones, the medium ones, the big ones. I don't want to do. No, I'm scared. I'm scared of bugs, let alone a bear. Be for real. No.
See, that's another reason why I don't like with the whole camping mindset. I ain't messing with that. I don't like going to Gatlinburg. They be out savagely going through your car. They like when you pull up. They be like, oh, we got a new victim. You know what I'm saying? And every time they will go up to your car, literally open it, go through your and shut the door. Them ain't just regular bears no more. Them joints, they are humanized. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, we got a new one pulled
That's
up.
why I don't understand. Why y'all keep y'all doors unlocked?
And low key, they be hopping in the hot tubs. You come outside one morning, they just chilling.
They on the porch.
I'm talking about they chilling in your hot tub, feet kicked up, same way. It's like, motherfucker, I can't even enjoy it. And he just waiting on you to say something. So you whip your ass. Say
God,
something.
dare you.
You got to be dog. You got it. You can't even leave.
You need anything else?
They be like, you better not leave. You better not get in that car and leave. I'm coming out. You be like, you got to be dog. I know you can open the door.
Or maybe I have just like, if I know I'm going, I have like some extra packs of like raw meat. So if they do come, I can just toss it far and near. I mean, well, not near, but toss it.
Bro.
So that they can go to it to get.
That ain't doing enough for them things. They be like, bro, we smarter than what you think. We know you got more in that house, so you better empty that. They smart, bro.
This ain't enough to feed everybody. You got to do better than that.
They done adapted, bro. They done adapted to their surroundings. See, that's the reason why I really like the cabin up in Gatlinburg. I know a lot of people.
I wanted to go.
Bruh,
I wanted to go for my birthday.
I'm not going to Gatlinburg. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. No wintertime Gatlinburg trips for me. And I'll never go to the cabins. Now, I've been to Gatlinburg plenty of times.
We ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
I'm staying in the town, bro. I'm staying in town. I'm not going up. You ain't gonna. No,
I'm not gonna let that stop me from living life.
And motherfuckers say that and they like because shout.
A whole mountain of a bear. Grizzly bears are smaller, but the higher competition and being.
And on your tombstone, I'm right. She said it ain't gonna sell for living.
That is a whole mountain of a bear. Grizzly bears are smaller, but the higher competition and being gate-kept from coastal calories makes them that much more aggressive. Which makes them, and I don't like to curse that much, my mom watches me, but that is a fucking problem. They're like a predatory Thanos. Your demise is inevitable if they greenlight it. They have jaws that can crush a bowling ball. Pause that mean. You're a high five away from balling like Emmanuel Hansel. I've seen them punk entire wolf packs out of food, and they might be the only thing alive that can choke slam a moose. There's only one video that truly encapsulates how fornicated you are if a grizzly chases you. Well, other than this. Here you have a grizzly running, and way, wow, we're still going. Oh, right there. That's the caribou he's after. Keep in mind, this is the 30-second mark of the video. About 4 minutes was all it took for the seed of Santa to get packed up like a Christmas present and turned into part of the past. But how dangerous are brown bears actually? Since 1784, there have been only 82 fatal brown bear conflicts in North America. Yellowstone surprisingly only has 8. From 2000 to 2015, there were
See, I don't care. There's still 82 too many for me.
Since 1784.
And again, that's when we start documenting things. Still 82 too much.
Okay.
It's 82 many people who have died for me to even want to play with them. You can go do you, baby. I don't care. There's many
ways to
and there's many ways to die, right?
That's what I'm saying. There's many ways to die,
but I ain't choosing this way.
In North America, Yellowstone surprisingly only has 8. From 2000 to 2015, there were a recorded 664 brown bear attacks with 95 flatlines. Of these attacks, 17% involved someone with a dog.
Now you said what?
I'm still. You can walk out the house today and something happen.
You can wake up and fall out the bed.
You cannot wake up. I mean, hey, it's many ways to die. I mean, I don't want this to be, I want mine to be real peaceful and like not, I don't want to be out here fighting for my life like this. But I get you. Still gotta live life,
So your story in the afterlife.
Live on the edge.
Yeah, I was living on the edge, girl. Yeah. That bird came up to me and said, all right, it's your edge.
Attacks around the world with 95 flatlines. Of these attacks, 17% involved someone with a dog, 10% were after a bear got shot or trapped, aka the person had it coming, 20% were sudden encounters, and an overwhelming 47% involved a female with a cub, proving that the only thing more dangerous than the bear...
Boom. A child. No.
But really, numbers say there's only 11 brown bear attacks in North America a year, 40 if we're talking worldwide. In fact, the chances of getting murked by a brown bear in Yellowstone are 1 in 2.1 million. I do think bears suffer a lot from shark syndrome.
Yellowstone,
the attacks might not happen often, but when they do, they're usually graphic enough to go international. At the same time, the worst case scenario scares me more than death itself, so brown bears, specifically grizzly bears, get a Merc rating of 8. Make that an 8.5. If you know, you know. Now, the sloth bear is a great example of something I always say. You have to convince a predator you're worth the effort, where prey will off you before you get the chance. Most bears see humans as a fellow predator. The problem is, here you got one that spends most of its life as prey. Sloth bears got tiger trauma in their bloodline. They also get plenty of smoke from leopards, problems from dhole packs, and somehow the same elephants and rhinos that are chill-ish around tigers have zero tolerance for the baloos of the world. Add it all up, you get a floppy-faced termite eater that's also one of the most violently aggressive animals on the planet. You basically have a giant honey badger with attitude and all the tools to follow through. It's prey trauma with predatory hardware. They don't really know how to kill, they just inflict as much pain as physically possible. That's why many sloth bear victims end up with their faces torn off, since that's their go-to move against tigers. A trauma bear with chimpanzee tendencies means they get a Merc rating of 9. There's no good record of sloth bear attacks on people, but it's the fact that they live on top of and kill more people than other bears that outnumber them. This is technically the most dangerous bear per capita. And it's the one named after a sloth. In fact, one sloth bear was called the man-eater of Mysore after he killed 12 people and severely mauled another 24. In his defense, something like that's pretty rare, and it's believed the bear was injured by people first and then went on a rampage. Not like the last bear, which is one of the few animals to see humans as prey. I'ma kill the suspense right now. The polar bear's a 10. From 1870 to 2014, only 20 people have been killed by polar bears out of 73 attacks, but it's the frequency that's scary. What do I mean? Well, over 60% of attacks happened between 1960 and 2009. 20% happened from 2010 to 2014. That means in this study, 20% of all polar bear attacks happened in less than 3% of the time, and that less than 3% was in the last 4 years. The polar bear is the only bear that classifies as a hyper carnivore, and they'll try anything from walruses to reindeer, and they'll even body a beluga whale. As you know, polar bears are one of the rare animals that'll actively hunt people. It's true what they say, if you see a polar bear in the wild, your expiration date's already stamped. They can smell a seal from almost 20 miles away, so you know when ice bear pulls up, it's no mistake.
Hell
the
no.
Arctic hop is such a threat. In
Oh
Churchill,
my God.
Manitoba, it's common courtesy to leave car doors unlocked in case someone needs a four-wheeled panic room from a polar bear. The same place, by the way, that has the Churchill Polar Bear Detention Center. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's an air-conditioned temporary holding cell for polar bears that get way too comfortable around people. No other bear is more of a certified homicide once you make eye contact. But they wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for receding sea ice basically stranding a marine mammal on land. And like with black bears, it's a starving, desperate rogue males that are most likely to turn a human into a hashtag. And that's kind of the thing. Every bear on this list would easily put humans at a 10. Like I said, Asiatic black bears are the most common victims of bear bile farms. Sloth bears are often kept as dancing tourist traps, which involves brutal maimings and shoving a rope through their nose. Literally, through it. And despite the memes, humanity has done more to pandas than for them. Also, there's the fact that most bears want nothing to do with you. Literally, one of the best ways to avoid a bear is to actually make noise to give the bear a chance to avoid you. Most bear brutalities come from a bear getting jump scared and making a decision. Also, there's bear spray, but bear spray is a lot like a seatbelt. You don't get into a car expecting to do a barrel roll down I-80, but the same way the seatbelt makes the worst case better, so does bear spray. In fact, you'll probably never use it. Moral of the story? Yeah, honestly, the bear wouldn't even choose us. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you rock with the Merc rating thing, I actually have an entire book on the concept. 100 animals, that can, you can read the title. And again, each animal has a rating based on my personal bias. And because today's my birthday, the book will be 52% off on Amazon. If you're interested, the link will be in the description. But other than that, drink water, cherish your parents. Remember, if it's white like a beluga, it's the last time we'll talk to you. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.
That's crazy, bro. I don't want no smoke with no bear.
Gosh. You said what?
I said I don't want no smoke with no bear.
I feel you.
I ain't got no dealings with none of y'all. Hey, more power to you, my brother.
I'm gonna try to talk to him, you know. I mean, it's good to think that you could. You know,
I don't even think I could.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
I ain't being optimistic. I'm being real. I'm good, my love. I do apologize. You see me fighting in a bear, help the bear. No, help me.
Fighting in a bear.
When you see me in the woods fighting with a bear, help me, not the bear. I need the help. Help me, please. But hey, man, y'all spam us up in the comments. Always let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is. We are. We out.
Time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away